Okay, so ang video na to is about setting up reference or modeling references here in 3ds Maps. Okay. So, ano yung mga kailangan natin to do this? First off, yung syempre, let me just open a folder and view it in desktop. Ayan. Kailangan natin project folder din. So, this is where we will be saving in the future. So, I am going to use an existing folder. Now, nasa loob ng existing folder na ito rin, yung aking mga magiging references. The different dimensions or views, let me just put that in extra large icon. Ayan. The different dimensions and views ng aking mga references. And yes, merong Maya files there. So this is actually my 3D project folder. Kaya sama-sama lang sila dun sa loob. Pero please excuse them na lang. No? You know, don't mind them at all. So now I have my references here. Ang gagawin ko ngayon is I will change the view, no, of my project folder. I will change the view to details. And then, makikita ninyo kapag naka-details view siya, yung bawat isa ay mayroong sukat or dimension. I-right click nyo lamang ito. For that to appear, you can right click it and then you can choose dimensions in this details list. If it just so happens wala ang dimensions sa option, you can click more. And then as you click more, ayan ano, kung naka-uncheck si dimensions, you can search for it because this is alphabetically arranged naman. So you will find the dimensions somewhere there. Okay, sa akin kasi naka-check siya, that's why it's on the top. Press OK. Next thing, to know about the dimensions, ang ibig sabihin lang nito, these are in pixel units or this can be in any units. Okay? It can be in centimeters, it can be in pixels, no? Pero, do not worry about its unit. Pero, ito talaga, by default, it's in pixel units. Pero, it's adaptable to centimeters. Okay? Next, another is yung first set of numbers na nakikita ninyo, 498 for example, by 743. Yung first set of numbers na yan na nakikita ninyo, yan lagi ay width. Ayan. So, that's always the width. That's it. With that in mind, bubuksan ko na si 3ds Max or I have it running already. Tapos nun, lilipat lamang ako sa aking, let's say, front view. And then sa front view ko, I'll just create a plane there. So, I created the plane intentionally at the front view so that nakatayo na agad siya if I will be viewing it in the perspective view. Next thing, after I have created my object, I'll go to my move tool and then pupunta ako sa aking UCS, User Coordinate System, at type in ko 0, 0, 0 para mabugit na siya in 3D space. And that's it. Next is I will go here sa aking modify panel to further adjust or resize my image plane or my would-be image reference. So, lagay ko rito, let's say this is going to be front, and then, bababa ako ngayon sa parameters. Ayan. So, right now, ito ay walang units, so let's think of it as ito ay naka-pixel units. Let's think of it that way. Then, pupunta ako sa aking window, here. At pagbalik ko sa aking window, I'll remember that my human front, the details are there. So the width is 498 by 743. So I'll just do that. Itong width ay 498 at ang kanyang length ay 743. That's it. Pagkatapos nun, I will just remove the segments. These are the segments. no? The segments within the plane. I'll just hide that. Or I'll just reduce that to 1. And with that, done na. All I need to do next is ito, si aking directly from the windows, no, directly from the file explorer, I will just drag, for example, the image corresponding to this plane. So sinabi natin this is front. So I will just make sure that this is in solid view or this is in shading view so that when we drag, diretsong papasok sa kanya. Kasi pag naka-wireframe yan, if it is in wireframe mode, it will go to the background. Tatagos, it will pass through. So dito tayo sa solid view. So this is the front view. I'll just drag it and then drag it there. And there it is. It is now directly reference. Now all I need to do is just clone copy this. I'll just select my image plane right now. Hold shift, drag it along the x-axis. Let's name it this time back. So this is going to be the back. And it's just a copy. Alt W, ayan siya. So now I have two fronts. So I will just select the back image. Once more, drag it directly to the plane. Ayun na siya. So they are, yan. We have a front and a back reference now. Next thing is the sides. So let's just say I will hold shift once more, drag it here, just making sure it is again in copy mode. Then I'll just name this, let's say side 01. And then I will look at the side 01 and look at our measurement. So the width here is 150 only. 150. So the height or the length is all the same. 743, 743, 743. So there's going to be a common dimension measurements there. So the height doesn't change, but the width, because the character is turning around, that's why it's changing. So let's set this to 150. Width is 150. The width of the side reference. And then I'll just click and drag the side reference directly onto the plane I created. Once more, shift click drag. This is going to be side 02. Reduce that 0 to just 10. And then I will get the other side there. Now I can close my window. Sorry, File Explorer, wherein the folder is open. Then I will just go back here. Next thing is we will select all of these and we will start to align them. So I'll select all of them. I'm now at the front view, F3, F4, so that I can see them in solid view. And then I will just do something like this. At the top view, I will push them back like so. After I have pushed them back, now I can see the grid. And I will just drag this going up, drag this going up. So I am just making sure that the character's footing is on the ground. No? The character's footing and not the edge of the plane, ano? But mainly the character's foot or image. Next, since it is now on the ground, what we will do next is we will transfer the gizmo. This gizmo here, no? These gizmos are going to be transferred to the 0 axis. So that, diba, the character is going to be modeled on the ground. and the initial position of the character is 0 on the z-axis or on the ground. Okay, so let me just do that by selecting all of these images or image planes. I'll go to my hierarchy, affect pivot only, and then on the UCS slot, I'll just type in here 0 on the Z slot. Now they are all on ground. Now they are all on the ground. Regardless of which tool I am selecting, they are on ground. Next, after that, I will once more position this. I will select, let's say, the front view and place it at the center, 0, tab 0, tab 0. So it is now at the center. The next thing is I will position the side view reference, which is going to be seen at the left view. So I think I will be needing this one. This is the left side reference, no? I will put it here at the right side of the character, and then I will start to turn it. Now, I'll turn off the grid here, G to turn off the grid, and then I will select this. I'll do a rotate. I'll press A for angle snap, and then I'll just rotate it like so. So I'll make sure it is in 90 degrees. So this is in 90 degrees there. Let me enlarge it so that you can see. 90 degrees like this. So now it is turned 90 degrees. Here at the left view, I cannot see it pa. So let us go. This is in wireframe. No, it is in wireframe. I'll press F3, F4. Oh, now I see it. Okay. So this is the left view, which I think I would like to change this angle. Let's just say if I'm going to turn it. Now this is correct. That angle is fine. W. Then I'll go to the other side. This one. This time. I'll press letter E. And then I'll choose angle snap. Pressing A. And then I'll just drag it again to 90 degrees. So the next thing is to align or place these references to a box. So let's form them into a box. What you will need is their snaps. I'll turn off the angle snap. I'll go to my 3D snaps and then right click it, and then I'll just clear all, and then I will choose vertex and midpoint. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. The midpoint will allow me to select the object and move it on a midpoint area. So this is the edge, for example, and the midpoint is here. Next is I can now snap it also to a vertex. So as you can see, that's the corner that I am aiming for. Okay, now it is snapped as such. I'll do the same thing here. I'll select this, I'll drag it, so I'll snap it to a corner there. Now I have that. Next thing is I will push back the front view. So I will select front view. Only this time, I can now select also the corner of the front view. Let me press F3 so I can see it. So this is the corner. Oops, sorry. So let's say I cannot select it because this side view is intervening. So this is what we do. I'll go to this portion. I'll select this middle portion wherein I can also drag it to that. middle portion. So now they snap together. And they are now precisely positioned. Oops, this one, the other side or the right side is not. Let's place it here. And then I'll just put it on the corner. So far, if I will look at it, I'll press F3. There. So my side views are now positioned. And now my front view is also positioned along the sides, along with the sides. And last but not the least is the back view. The back view, I will turn off my 3D snap first. And then I will turn on my angle snap. Shortcut is A. I'll switch to my rotate tool. And then I will rotate this to 180 degrees. I want it to be facing the front view. Later on, you will understand how and why I am doing this. Next, I will just go to my move tool, turn on my snap by pressing S, and then I'll just move this. There. So now we have a reference surrounding the space for modeling. Yes. But we need to see the references properly. So this is what we will do next. We will select all of the objects, right click it, and then I will choose object properties. I will choose freeze so that we will not be able to select them anymore, the references I mean. And then I will choose back face skull so that I will be able to see only the front polygons and not the back. And then I will uncheck show frozen in gray because it is freeze, so it should not be in gray because this one is saying show frozen in gray. And then I'll just press OK. As I pressed OK, you will see that that's how the modeling is appearing now. Whenever I turn the camera or view rotate, I can only see what is fronting me. Okay, so what's in front. So now with that, the reference is set up and now we are ready to model. So I will just save this. I'll go back to my desktop. I'll go to my base mesh project folder and I'll name this base mesh. Let's just have a suffix tag max. I'll save it now. And there you go. I'll see you in the next video.